Sago, up here for our another update back to the community on what's going on, some of the stuff we've been working on, some of the stuff we've been doing. On Public Works, we'll be happy to know that the Ohsweken Infrastructure Upgrades project is nearing completion. It's scheduled to be completed on October 11th, 2016, and that's the same day that the new Tim Hortons across the street is also going to be opening, I think, at noon on October 11th. So they're going to be applying the top coat of the asphalt on the construction area and painting the road markings within the coming weeks. We have also approved additional work, such as installing a sidewalk down Sunrise Court to make the street safer for our pedestrians and those community members with special needs or who require wheelchair assistance. We have also approved to extend the widening to the south leg of Bicentennial Trail with an eye to the future of installing a turning lane all the way from 4th Line to the housing building. We are further investigating upgrading and adding LED streetlights in the project area and upgrading the guardrail around Veterans Park. I would like to ask the community to just be patient a little bit more longer and not take detours through the administration parking lot or the J.C. Hill and Jameson school grounds. We have had several near misses occur because people are speeding through these areas to get around the construction, and now that school is back in, we don't want to see any unnecessary accidents. And as you can see, we have removed 6 trees for this project, and we have committed to a tree replacement program. So we will be planting 6 trees in the area where the original trees were taken, and we're going to be also planting some trees over at the splash pad site. We have also confirmed with the owner of Tim Hortons property that he will be planting a minimum of 6 trees on his property as well. We appreciate your patience again and your understanding as we undertake this project. As you know, it is for the benefit of the whole community, and we apologize for any inconvenience that this may cause. So please be prepared to give yourself extra time to go to get to and from the village as there may be some traffic delays. And I also want to put a plug in for the businesses in Ohsweken. Some of them have had a bit of a hard time, so let's continue to support our businesses here in downtown Ohsweken. We will also be preparing to complete work in 2017 to improve the drainage on the west side of the territory. This is part of the Mackenzie Creek Master Drainage and Flood Remediation Program. We're also pleased to announce that we have been approved for funding in the amount of approximately $135,000 to repair and replace sections of the Stone Ridge Daycare roof. This was in response to some leaks that were taking place there. We are also responsible for maintaining and advocating for capital funding for healthy and safety improvements for the 5 federal elementary schools. And we are excited to announce that we have secured over $325,000 from Indigenous and Northern Affairs to complete roof improvements at all schools, including sorely needed repairs to the eaves troughs at the I.L. Thomas and Oliver M. Smith schools. The work began on Monday, August 15th, and we is scheduled to be completed by the end of September. Our staff are working with the contractor and the school principals to ensure that most of the disruptive work is completed on weekends so as not to disrupt the educational time, and to ensure that students and faculty are provided with a safe environment while this work is taking place. I want to extend a thank you to all of those who took the time to attend the grand opening of the Six Nations Splash Pad on August 19th. It was a wonderful day, and I hope that the community enjoys using it as the summer winds down, and that they take care of it so that everyone can continue to enjoy it. Please do not ride bikes in the splash pad, or park on the sod, or take your dogs into the splash pad. So these are things that have already been happening, so we're just asking everybody to please take care of it. The Dead Joe building is nearing completion, and we're looking at having the grand opening on September 29th at 1 p.m. So come on out and see that, and that's our Youth and Elder Center. There is also a mural being painted at the back of that building, and I think they're starting that this week, or they're starting on September 19th. We are also pleased to announce that we have been granted approximately $640,000 from the Economic Development Trust to complete the design of our Phase 1 water main extensions, which consist of extending the water mains to the I.L. Thomas and Oliver M. Smith schools, as well as the Oneida Business Park. With the new water treatment plant online, the water main in Ohsweken has been upgraded, and this design completed. We will finally be in a position where we can finally begin to extend the water mains for the first time in 20 years. Once the design is completed, we will actively advocate for funds to complete the construction and installation of these water mains. And just for the community's information, our long-term goal is to continue to try and secure funds so that eventually everybody in the community can be hooked up to the pipeline and the water line. So we'll continue to work on that. We are very proud to announce that we have officially surpassed $10 million in additional funding. That is what we have been able to secure to support the different projects over the term of the 56 Six Nations elected council. And we are now nearing the $12 million mark. So it's been a lot of hard work, advocacy and lobbying and proposal writing and arguing, but we were able to get a lot of money to help out infrastructure needs in our community. On the gas cards, I want to let everyone know that the Ministry of Finance is seeking advice from First Nations communities on how to improve on the modernization of the Ontario Gas Card program under the Gasoline Tax Act. The Ministry wants to improve the program to make it easier for on-reserve gasoline retailers to receive refunds from the Ministry of Finance for their tax-exempt sales to First Nations consumers. All First Nations individuals, communities, organizations, and gasoline industry stakeholders are encouraged to submit comments. As Six Nations has the most gas retailers of any reserve, we must make sure our concerns are expressed. The Council will be organizing a meeting of all gas retailers to provide them with a forum to give their comments. Individuals can also submit their input on their own as well. The deadline for responses is October 31st, 2016. And the session we have organized with the gas retailers will be held on Monday, September 19th from 2 to 4 at the Council Chambers. If you require any additional information, please call Arlene Miracle, Community Liaison Officer, at 519-445-2201. I've also been asked to talk a bit about the role of the Six Nations band representative. Their role is to act as a neutral party in the best interest of the child or children who are band members of Six Nations and are involved with child welfare. The band representatives attend all meetings between Children's Aid Society and Six Nations band members. The band representatives link clients with services, act as mediators, hold a position in court for Six Nations with child welfare cases only, gives guidance, support, and direction, and completes referrals to alternative dispute resolutions or the family group decision-making coordinator. If you are involved with Children's Aid Society and have not been informed about the band representative, please contact their office for support at 519-445-0230 and ask to speak to a band representative. This applies to those with inquiries as well. On September 26th from 6 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. at 1849 4th Line, the band representatives will be providing a presentation on formal customary care in our community. You're invited to attend to learn how we can help our children, our families, and our future generations.